Former New Jersey Governor John Corzine was summoned to Capitol Hill today to explain how MF Global, the company where he was CEO until recently, collapsed and became the 8th largest bankruptcy in the history of this country. And more importantly, he was asked to explain exactly how $1.2 billion in client money just magically disappeared. Here was his weak, pathetic answer.
I simply do not know where the money is or why the accounts have not been reconciled to date. Well, there are, Mr. Chairman, many transactions that occurred in those last chaotic days, and I am not aware of all those, nor do I have the information to be able to look at those transactions. And as a consequence, it would be very hard for me to speculate why or where that shortfall took place.
And, well, that's very comforting now, isn't it? Joining us now with reaction, former White House special counsel. I'm sure he's got some ridiculous spin on this, Lanny Davis, a nationally syndicated radio talk show host out of Cincinnati. He now has his own TV show, the Bill Cunningham TV show, syndicated by Sean Compton Productions and Tribune. How are you, Mr. Cunningham? You're a great American.
It is a great night to be an American.
Well, it is, but if you had, if you're invested in Global, MF Global, you're in trouble. Corzine, the CEO, I had no idea. I take full responsibility. I have no idea, and I blame my predecessors.
John Hannity, I don't think Corzine's a thief. I think he's simply an incompetent. When he ran the governor of New Jersey, he went right into the tank, and then we finally got a good governor. Now he's running MF, which stands, I think, for something other than what the name of the firm is, and he did to that firm what he did to the state of New Jersey. And so this guy is a typical Lanny Davis Democrat. Regulate, and the incompetence is blithering idiots.
But think of this. He has no idea where the $1.2 billion went. I take full responsibility, but my predecessors caused this. Sound like somebody you know by the name of Barack Obama?
First of all, what's a Lanny Davis Democrat? I don't know what that is.
That's you.
Look, I'm a very great fan of Senator Corzine, and I can't
come on, Lanny, we got to do better than that.
I can't make this out. I can't help you out of the box you put me in. He needs to explain this thing better, and he's embarrassed, I think, himself and his family and his
Bill Clinton, your buddy. I mean, he was getting paid what, 50 grand a month or something, right?
By Senator Corzine?
By MF, whatever the name of it, MF Global.
What did you say MF stood for?
MF, I don't know.
I mean, that really must tick you off now.
Look, this is a tragedy, and let's see what the facts are.
You know what, though?
We don't know what the facts are.
He lost $1.2 trillion. We got, what, nearly $5 trillion, $1.2 billion, I stand corrected. But Obama has nearly $5 trillion in new debt. Nearly $5 trillion in 3 years. So let's see what the president and the vice president said about the great John Corzine, how great and brilliant and economically sound he is. Let's take a look.
Barack Obama and I were literally sitting at a desk in a high-rise in Chicago, beginning to plan how we would try to get this economy out of a ditch. Literally, the first guy I called was John Corzine. I literally picked up the phone and called John Corzine and said, John, what do you think we should do?
And for the past 4 years, you've had an honorable man at the helm in this state during one of the most difficult periods in its history. When it comes to the issues that matter most, like jobs, John Corzine's been a true leader. He was one of the best colleagues I had in the Senate, but he's also one of the best partners I have in the White House.
So what were we talking about? You can find a soundbite that embarrasses anyone.
Oh, wait a minute. The first guy I called to fix the economy was the guy that lost $1.2 billion for his company. That's genius.
As I said, this is a tragedy.
This is a tragedy.
And we shouldn't make light of it.
We shouldn't make light of it. I'm not making light of it. Look, I think in the end, he may have made a mistake. Billy Cunningham, God bless you. Among your many talents, you're an attorney.
Yes.
I would have told him to shut up and not say a word today.
I would have said, Corzine, know your role and shut your mouth. Because another Lanny Davis Democrat is Hot Rod Blagojevich, who's now doing 14 years in Illinois. Can you imagine if this had happened with the Bush? It would have been George Bush's governor went to a guy named Blagojevich, and they would have made the connection. In this case, they would have made the connection between Corzine, who might have been Secretary of the Treasury, and Bush if it was Bush. Bush. Because it's Obama, you don't see Obama's name connected to Blagojevich, and you don't see Obama-Biden connected to, of course, Corzine, because it's so darn embarrassing to Lanny Davis Democrats.
You know, but think about this. You got Blago, you got Resko, you got Corzine. Think about this. You got Solyndra, you got the whole green scandal, you got Fast and Furious. Is there a, you know, what was it on the presidency? A cancer beginning to emerge on the presidency here?
No. If your viewers think that this is a balanced presentation of the Democratic Party,
tell me what I'm wrong.
I think that the Democratic Party right now is tied with the Republican Party, and we're winning on the issue of taxing millionaires.
You know what you're saying tonight, Lanny? I love you, but you have said nothing
Culture
tonight.
of corruption, Michelle Malkin.
Michelle Malkin.
If you think it's easy to be on this show with you two guys and say anything at all,
we gave you plenty of time. You just, why don't you just say this? I can't defend this. I'm done.
I feel badly for Senator Corzine.
I feel badly for the people that lost their money.
I also feel badly that the American people, 80% support taxing billionaires and millionaires.
Stop it. I feel bad for the children.
To get a tax cut,
I feel bad for the children that are going to have to pay back the $5 trillion and more of Obama debt, Mr. Cunningham.
Well, look at it this way. Taxing millionaires is a ruse because, according to the Republicans, that dog won't hunt. So by not proposing and not agreeing to the Republican position, the Democrats can keep spending as Lanny Davis Democrats want them to spend.
First guy I called to fix the economy, John, 1.2 billion Corzine. I lost it. I don't know where the money went.
Let's go to MF.
I take full responsibility, but it's the other guy's fault.
Can I hear one more time, Lanny Davis Democrat?
Lanny Davis Democrat.
That's good.
All right. And congrats on the success of your show, which has been picked up for another year, Mr. Cunningham. God bless you.
Thank you.
And